Hi you guys, I have something very special for you guys about petitions and how to write them and all of that. All you're going to need is some paper. You can use paper from a brown paper bag. That's how I was taught. I was also taught to rip it off of the paper bag, not to just cut it off, because you want to put your hands in your spell work as much as possible. But literally whatever you have, copy paper, notebook paper, a sticky note, for all I care, something, okay? And then I have a pen, just a regular pen, a Sharpie, a permanent marker, and a magic marker, okay? Some people do use pencil. It just depends on what you are trying to manifest. I like using pens and markers and stuff because it is more permanent, and I also use a lot of waterproof and like liquid proof writing tools, okay? So that's why this looks so weird, because I literally tore it off the bag. And when you're tearing it, if you're trying to attract something to you, you're going to want to tear coming towards you, okay? If I'm trying to remove something in my work, I'm going to tear away. So I'm going to be going like this when I'm tearing it off the bag. Alright? If you want to do it this way. But I started, I kind of messed up, because what I was going to do is show you guys how to put multiple things into one petition. And what I mean by that is I was going to write with this. I can still do it. Fuck it. We write in present tense, okay? And I'm sorry if I'm like all over the place with this. I'm not really used to teaching like on videos. Usually if I do a class or something, it's one-on-one. And yeah, or like in person. So it's weird not having feedback like with an actual person right now. Anyway, we write in present tense, and we command. We do not say, I want, I wish, please give me. I mean, unless you're literally like petitioning a spirit or a saint or something, then yes, obviously you have a little bit of humility and ask graciously. But if you are just working like with your guardian angel or something like that, or your own power, which you can, you don't always need a spirit. I think a lot of people forget that. We affirm, okay? If we're doing a money spell, I'm a money magnet. If your goal is to make $1,000 a week, okay, I make, and I always do the greater than, like the at least symbol. Per week. And that just means at least. So I make at least $1,000 a week. Let's see what else. Money. Easily. I receive raises at work frequently. This would be a very good petition if this was like a commission job, okay? My boss favors me, etc. Okay? And then what we're going to do is when we are trying to bring something in, we're going to turn to the right 90 degrees. And this one I'm saving for in a minute when I teach you guys how to write a petition if we are warding away something. Alright? So we have it like this. You're going to turn it clockwise to the right 90 degrees. So like this. Okay? Why? Because we are trying to bring something in. Anytime that we are trying to bring something in, we are working clockwise. If we're trying to remove something or ward something away, we're going to go counterclockwise. Same thing if you're trying to reverse something. Alright? So I turned it like this. Boop! 90 degrees. And then I like to write things like like keywords, I guess you could say. And I make sure to get all the letters so that everything is connected. Prosperity, wealth, assets, sales, favor, all of that. Okay? Boom. And you can do this again and again and again. Like if you wanted to turn it another 9 degrees, boom. But I don't like doing that just because then the words would be like upside down. But yeah. So that's what we got so far. Okay. And then you're gonna kind of make a little packet. And you can fold it a lot of different ways. You can do it like this, but I always like to do it bringing towards me. So you can make it a little packet or you can just roll it up. And always, always remember what side is up, okay? It can get a little confusing. That's why I like using different colors, okay, in a petition. That way I know which way is up. Because if I put this in a work upside down, it's not going to bring very good results. Okay? So in this case, I'm going to roll it towards me. So you have it like this. And then also what you can do is you can turn it 90 degrees. And fold it up. And then, boom. You can tape it up. You can tie it if you're trying to bind something. You can wrap ribbon around it, whatever. You can put this in a jar, or you don't have to fold it up. And if you're doing like a big honey jar or something, you can just stick it in the jar like this. And you can like put a picture of yourself and kind of wrap this around the picture. That's always good. You can do a lot of different things. You can put this inside a mojo bag, underneath a candle, in your wallet, if you're doing money work, at your office, and your desk. Like, petitions are so universal, and it's word magic, you know, it's spelling, that's why it's called spells, right? Words are spells. So that's one if we're trying to bring something in. And this can get a lot more complicated. Some people circle everything, and draw a big circle, and then right within it, it's just, there's literally a million ways to write these, but this is the most straightforward way, okay? Now, if we're trying to ward away something or get rid of something, this one gets a little bit more complicated, right? Because when we're writing, we're used to writing like this. Your hand goes down the paper, gradually you get closer to yourself. However, if you're trying to get rid of something, I like to get a little tricky. And also, like, it can make it more difficult for them to find it in divination, because it'll look kind of confusing. And if it looks confusing to you, it's definitely going to look confusing to another person or a spirit. Okay? So, let's use John Smith. Okay. Get the fuck out. Let's pretend you have a very, very nasty, mean, problematic coworker. Okay? That's always bullying you. That's always stealing your lunch. That's always what's it called? Tattletelling? Yeah. Snitching, being a brat, being a dick. Okay? I will cuss in these. And I will put GTFO. Like, let your anger out, girl. John Smith, get the fuck out. Go away. Get fired. And or quit. Leave me alone. Go the fuck away. Leave. And you can write the same words over and over if you want to. And see how I'm doing it kind of like sporadically? There's a reason for that. That can create chaos. Like, I'm telling you, every little thing can be magical when you're doing this type of work. Especially if it's something like this that qualifies as chaos magic. Yeah. Let's see. Karma. Self-destruction. Okay. Boom. Now, since we're trying to get rid of something, we're going to turn it this way, to the left. Okay? So counterclockwise. And this is, like I said, where it gets tricky. I'm going to write starting here and going up, away from me. And remember, I'm making sure to get all of these letters as much as I can. Leave, quit, get, fired, stop, ATFO, now. And feel free to like underline shit, circle it, put a damn star. I don't care. Alright? And then I'm going to turn it back normal. And I'm going to roll it away from me. And then you can kind of fold it like this. And I always like, especially when I'm doing like negative work and stuff, I always put a little arrow so that I know which way is up, so that if I'm putting it in a jar or something, I can just kind of stick it like that and it'll stay right side up. Because if you write it upside down, that could possibly have a different effect. It just depends on the spell and stuff. Okay? Do y'all like, this is not blood or anything, this is actually my lip liner from earlier where I swatched it. I'm all about red this season. Another thing that you can do with petitions, if it was something like this where you just have someone bullying the fuck out of you, pardon my language, I hate bullies, especially in the workplace. Like, get the fuck out. Like, everybody's here to make their money and come home. Nobody needs your bullshit. Burn this. Get a fire-safe bowl, or, you know, light it on fire in your fireplace. Something along those lines in a fire-safe area, and burn this. And then you're going to take those ashes, and you can make a powder with very, very hot stuff. It's called hot footing somebody. And you're going to put, like, cayenne pepper, chili powder, red pepper, salt, black pepper, sulfur if you have any, bunch of different stuff, and grind it up with the ashes, and you can put it in their tracks so that they step on it. And if you really want to get ballsy and you're able to, you can also put it in their shoes somehow, if you have access. Like, if you have an abusive-ass boyfriend that won't leave, and you need him to, like, move out and become your ex-boyfriend, there you go. However, I must say, side note, and this will be a separate video, when we're dealing with abusive situations, you have to be very careful when you're trying to hotfoot them or banish them, because if someone is already very fiery and aggressive, those hot ingredients can make it a lot worse and potentially dangerous. So, that's why it's always good to get a second opinion. You can book a reading with me or someone else and kind of look into the situation, but you can always burn these into a powder and make something with them, because the power will still stay. And burning things is very good for banishing, because you're literally, like, it's disintegrating, right? You might not want the person to disintegrate, but the point is you are getting something away. Okay? So, 2 very different methods for the same thing. Like I said, some people will circle this, some people will write like this without picking up their pen, and then they'll turn the paper. There's a bunch of different ways. It can get very intricate and complicated. You can also draw like symbols and stuff. So I would get this color marker, because red attracts, right? This is like a red-orange color. But you can draw money signs. I like 7, so I'll put 7. And then for favor, you know, you can put hearts, you can put crosses, you can put X's if you're trying to get rid of somebody. But I like this using 3 different colors because you can see everything that you've done, and a lot of the magic takes place on our mind. So this is easy for me to understand, but it's not easy for anyone else to understand, if that makes sense. It's like your own little language, okay? I hope this made sense, you guys. Again, please be patient with me. These hands-on tutorial videos are new for me, but a lot of you guys have asked for them over the years, and I finally decided to get started. You can put this under a candle. You can carry it with you, whatever you want to do. Put it under your pillow if it's something to help you sleep. Just whatever calls to your spirit, okay? If you would like to book a reading with me, you can click the link in my description. I am taking clients for spell work, and I also offer classes one-on-one for new witches, okay, with basic spell work, basic spiritual baths, cleansing, protection, healing, all that kind of stuff, okay? I love you guys. Thank you. Talk to you soon. Bye.